What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 48, and we're starting today's episode with a look at fixtures for November, coming on the back of our first Premier League this season away at Molineux by 3-1. You see some big games coming here: West Ham away, Leicester at home, both Manchester clubs, City at home and the Red Devils away at Old Trafford, and match days 4 and 5 in the Champions League, where we know if we do pick up a win against Rangers and Barca beat Nice, we'll qualify for the knockout stages alongside the Catalan Giants. So starting today's episode off, big fixtures coming on the back of that big loss to Wolves there. We changed Diaby's position from RM to RW. 4-week injury to start season off for Diaby, so not consistent game time for our speedy £100 million man so far. But you would have noticed that he's finally got that low defensive work rate up to medium. Low defensive work rates in my team. If you've got one, you're going to get rid of it or I'll get rid of you. Yeah, I've got to have all of my players working hard out of possession. Diaby's got the medium defensive work rate, but due to his age and his potential being practically maxed out now, you would say, I don't think I'll be able to get it higher. I have put him on the support winger development plan just in case, but I think it's unlikely I'll be able to get that defensive work rate up from medium to high. So medium will suffice for my winger. Anyway, starting the episode off with Leicester at home in an East Midlands derby. Also, we've kind of eclipsed Leicester in the save now and become the bigger and the better team, at least in the save. And perfect starts the game as well. 5 minutes in, well, what a start to the season for this guy, man. Honestly, 6 goals in 10 games for Curtis Jones. He scored 4 in his first 3. So 2 in 7. Yeah, it slowed down a little bit, but still an unbelievable start for our number 8. Diaby back in the team from injury, getting the assist for the first goal and a chance to get the assist for the second. In the end, he gets the hockey assist. Toney with a nice little Cruyff turn, rolls it through. And there is Brennan Johnson with his second goal this season. Pretty slow start for Johnson this season, I'll be honest. Only 2 goals to start the campaign off. Not great from my captain, who pretty much always, every single season, gets me around 12 to 15. But, you know, I'm sure he'll kick on. And again, because Curtis Jones has been, you know, banging him in left, right and centre, I guess he's kind of taking a backseat a little bit. Even so, second goal and his first at the City ground this year as we go 2-0 up. 32 minutes in, Leicester trying to get back in the game. Good save by Dean at the near post. Keeps us still leading by 2, and then 10 minutes after the restart, a chance to make it 3 and wrap the points up. Early in the second half, Diaby creating so much in this game. Crossing to the middle and just wide of the post from Ivan Toney's bicycle kick. What is going on in this save with Ivan Toney's acrobatic effort? His first goal for the club, his first touch, lest we forget, was an acrobatic effort against Leeds back in the opening game of Season 2. I think he scored 3 bicycle overhead kicks already in the save. It's unbelievable, but for this one, he didn't need to kick the ball over his head but stretch for it. Gets our third goal, makes it 3-0. After a nice little through ball, and that would do it. Leicester went down to 10 men later on as well. Dennis with the red card. I've also said before, you know, in the last episode I talked about gameplay change for this year. I am quite happy to see that the AI do dive in a little bit now. It just needs to be situation specific. Like there, you know, Leicester are down 3-0 away at the City ground, East Midlands derby. Fans getting on their back, losing discipline, losing their, you know, control, if you will, and, you know, going flying into challenges. That happens. That's quite realistic. So I was quite pleased to see that there. I thought it was quite a realistic red mist, flash of aggression kind of tackle, if you will, as Leicester went down to 10 men later on. No idea it changed the course of the game at all. We held on for a very simple 3-0 victory. So back to winning ways there on the back of the loss at Molineux, 3-0, but the question was, can we have a better performance in this one here? Match day 4, Champions League group stage, Rangers at the City ground. And after we came from behind to beat them at Ibrox 3-2, courtesy of a last minute winner, well, let's just say I didn't really want to have any such problems in this one, and it didn't seem like we would. 7 minutes in, we took an early lead. Rangers trying to pass out from the back, giving the ball away. Quick little cut back, and there is Curtis Jones with another 6 in the Premier League, 3 in the Champions League. This guy's absolutely bossing it this year. 9 goals in 14 in all competitions for our number 8 as we take a very early lead on the Scottish side. But they would respond though, 17 minutes in, a rebound goal. My least favourite goal to concede. They frustrate the hell out of me. But you know what? Didn't mind this one. Why is that? Well, the goal scorer, Enoch Mwepu. Yeah, go on Mwepu. Everyone, of course, sending their well wishes to Enoch Mwepu after the diagnosis. I think it was last month. Yeah, Enoch Mwepu with a leveller. I didn't mind too much to see on it. Enoch Mwepu score was quite nice, to be fair. But thankfully, whilst you would get the leveller, and for sentimental reasons I wasn't too disappointed, we would restore our lead just towards the end of the game. To be honest here, I had a few other chances, but this was the best one I had. Dominic Solanke looping the ball in with a nice finish for his first of the year. But again, another game where I didn't really play my best. Like I had a couple of other chances, but for the most part, I wasn't getting inside as much. But when I said it in the game at Ibrox, champions find a way to win even when they aren't playing well. Second game in a row, I took on Rangers. Thought, you know what? Pointless in the group. No wins, no points so far. Should be a banker. And they made me work so hard for it, to be fair. So credit Van Bronckhorst's side, but thankfully we are indeed through to the knockout stages after Barca beat Nice on match day 4. And now it comes down to who will top the group. The winner of match day 5 will guarantee top spot due to the head-to-head record. If it's a draw, it will come down to goal difference on match day 6. Well, presuming we both win match day 6 as well. We'll see. Anyway, for the third game of today's episode, well, this was one of the big ones this season. The champions at Old Trafford, Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. Fantastic start to the season for Forest. Just the one defeat in the league so far. That coming at Molineux though, and that was our last away day. So we need to be better in this one once again on the road. Talk about your perfect starts. Right from kickoff, the Red Devils give the ball away, and it's a first Nottingham Forest goal for Lovro Major. Yep, in from Newcastle United, but formerly of Stade Rennais. Again, a lot of people say he could be the next Luka Modric. I don't know enough about him to comment, but first goal for Nottingham Forest, it's 1-0, and we take the early lead practically right from Manchester United's kickoff. So leading by a goal, sadly it would fall soon afterwards. 15 minutes later, the Red Devils back on level terms. Trying to pass out through the back. I talked about it at length, in the last episode. It's so much harder now. You make a mistake, and believe me, you are going to get punished for it. Daniel Malen with the goal as the Red Devils cancel out our early lead. So 1-1, they're back on level terms, and then 30 minutes in. Ah, oh, yes, get in. Took him a while to get his first goal this season, but now it's 2-2 in the Premier League for the captain, Brennan Johnson. Lead restored. We're up by a goal. We head into the dressing room in front, but I knew for sure the game was far from finished. Yep, second half, I knew there'd be more goals, and it took just 10 minutes for the Manchester United to get back on level terms. Jadon Sancho, the former Dortmund winger, drilling in from close range past former teammate Dean Henderson, and it is 2-2. And if you thought the goals were going to end there, then you haven't played FIFA 23, because the game's a goal glut, as we know, but sometimes you just don't get the luck, do you? Yeah, that's that old saying, luck will balance itself out. And so, we got a bit unlucky there. I know I'll get our luck, my luck in my favour, but this was really unfortunate. Dean just seems to slip on the turf. I tried to pass the ball back with him, Matty Cash, and he just seems to slip. I think the reason why is because he was trying to use a save animation, if you will, to preempt the Red Devils' shot, which would have come had Cash not intercepted. So just a little bit unlucky though at the time, and the Red Devils find a goal to get in front for the first time in the game. But in a really topsy-turvy affair at Old Trafford, I knew it wasn't done, and with 10 minutes to go, how many times does he rescue me? Ivan Toney set up the first, scores our third, and we are back on level terms at Old Trafford. The question was, could we hang on to the point with a minute to go? Oh, Sancho to Fatty, Chuck Weiss to Sancho. And I tell you what, I was fuming initially. I was absolutely fuming. Jadon Sancho bags his brace and wins it at the death for the Red Devils. But I thought it was a foul. I thought it was a foul on Ali Mazrati, but the reason why I didn't include the replay is because it was a really fair challenge on my holding mid there. It was funny because I don't know if you guys are around these moments where you're literally fuming because you think a decision's gone against you that should have gone in your favour, and then you skip back and watch the replay and you're like, oh, actually, do you know what? No, I got that one wrong there. Do you know, it's always a bit of a sombering moment, that sometimes you don't know best, because when that moment happened, I'm not sure it was who made the tackle on Mazrati, but it came in from behind. Obviously, he clearly won the ball, but I thought that he came through Mazrati's back leg to win the ball, and that's why I literally was when the play was carrying on, I was like, I bet they score from this, and I'm going to go absolutely mental. As soon as I go in, I put the controller down, I was literally like, that can't have possibly been allowed, surely. In the VAR era, that should have been disallowed. As soon as the goal got scored, I put into the pause main menu, to the menu, paused the game, and went into instant replay. I was like, that's a joke, that's an effing joke, how is that a fair challenge? Looked at the replay, I was like, Oh, actually, no, that was a good challenge, to be fair. 4-3, though, Red Devils would win, and it's back-to-back losses away from home in the Premier League. So, big defeat there at Old Trafford in the top-of-the-table battle, and we cannot afford back-to-back losses. Following game, league leaders, Manchester City at the City Ground, where Haaland is dominating this season, both in real life and in the save as well. So, taking him on, I was wary of the Norwegian number 9. Well, he might be the top scorer in the league right now. This guy was the top scorer last year. He's second in the race for the Golden Boot, behind City's number 9. But it'd always be the best striker I've ever had. Ivan Toney! Thought he rescued us a point at Old Trafford, but 7 minutes into this one, back home, gets our opener very early on, and his 8th of the season. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester City 0, and 17 minutes in, a chance to go 2-0 up. Rodri crosses, little bit lucky, but what did I say in that game at Old Trafford? Luck will balance itself out. I thought we were really unfortunate with the third goal Manchester United scored when they went in front for the first time after that rebound, but a deflection there falls right into the path of the striker you would want in that situation. Toney with the half volley. Forest up by 2. With Haaland going for that golden boot in the save and in real life, you knew I was going to keep him quiet all game long. Erling with the strike in behind with another goal this season to make it 2-1. At this point, I was fearing the worst. I was thinking, you know, I've thrown away points from leading positions many times in this save. This might just be one of those games where I failed to handle the pressure. But 12 minutes after the restart, oh yeah, one of those games where the FIFA gods are smiling on you. Sometimes they taketh, sometimes, no, what's that word? Sometimes they, what's that? FIFA gods giveth, FIFA gods taketh away. Yeah, well, this is one of the games where they were giving. Yep, 2 deflections, 2 rebound goals to put us in front by 2. And with 15 minutes to go, after a smart stop by Dean, we would hold on for the victory. A hat-trick for Ivan Toney. And in a battle between the top 2 scorers this year, Erling Haaland and the shocker, well, the Norwegian might have got 1, but Toney got the match ball and the 3 points for us as well. Yeah, big win there, back to winning ways, and Lord knows we needed it. Just Manchester City's 2nd defeat all season long, but I said it at the back end of last episode, can't let these guys get ahead too far. If we're to be in a serious title race this season, well, in our first meeting between the 2 teams, we pick up a huge, huge victory. Big loss away at Old Trafford, yes, but at the moment, start the season off, it's looking like it could be a really good title race. We jump back into 2nd place, 4 points behind Man City, Chelsea in 3rd, Manchester United in 4th, Arsenal in 5th, and Liverpool in 6th. Right now, 9 points separating the top 6, a third of the way through. It's going to be a great title race this season, I can feel it, and this year, we're going to be part of it. But that will end this episode of Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Most love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.